أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. We thank Allah and are sincerely grateful to Him. We thank Him for His blessing on us, and we thank Him for His mercy on us. Today, our topic will be family and contemporary challenges. If you look at our family today, is it the way that Allah wants us to be? That is the way we are. Is it the way that Allah has asked us to guide our family? Is that what we are doing now? We should ask ourselves, what is family? It is a human social group whose members are bound together by the bond of blood ties and of marital relationship that is based on the unity of Allah. We should now ask ourselves, why do we need to come together as husband and wife? Allah tells us this in Surah 24, ayah 32, that وَانْكِئُوا لِأَيَامَ مِنْكُمْ وَصَالِحِينَ مِنْ عِبَادِكُمْ وَإِمَائِكُمْ إِنْ يَكُونُوا فُقَرَاءَ يُغْنِيهِمُ اللَّهُ مِنْ فَضْلِهِ وَاللَّهُ وَاسِعٌ عَلِيمٌ. Allah says, and marry those among you, those who are single and those who are fit among your slaves and your female slaves. If they are needy, Allah will make for them sustenance from His grace, and Allah is ample in giving, and He is all-knowing. Based on this Quranic verse, in Islam, marriage is both highly recommended and obligatory. And among the aims are that it is to worship Almighty Allah. The Prophet ﷺ tells us in a hadith that marriage is half of your religion, and you fear Allah for remaining half. So it means the moment you get married, you have gotten 50% of good thing before Almighty Allah. What remains for you is now to be God conscious in every other thing which you do. And Quran confirms that marriage is an act of worship in Islam. When Allah tells us, وَمَنْ خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونِ, that you have only been created to worship Allah. If we are created to worship Allah, it means the worship Allah will not start and end only in the mosque, that every other act which we do should also be done towards the worship of Almighty Allah. Also, Allah commanded marriage for us human beings to get peace of mind and to get love. And Allah also tells us in Surah 30, ayah 21, that وَمِنْ آيَاتِهِ أَنْ خَلَقَ لَكُم مِّنْ أَنفُسِكُمْ أَزْوَاجًا لِتَسْكُنُوا إِلَيْهَا وَجَعَلَ بَيْنَكُم مَّوَدَّةً وَرَحْمَةً إِنَّ فِي ذَلِكَ لَآيَاتٍ لِقَوْمٍ يَتَفَكَّرُونَ. Allah says, and among His sign is that He created for you mates from among yourselves, that you may dwell in tranquility with them, and He has put love and mercy between your hearts. Undoubtedly, in these are signs for those who reflect. We should now go into the key word of that verse. The first one is love, because Almighty Allah knows that the only thing that can sustain life, that can sustain growth, is love. No matter how rich you are, no matter how poor you are, if you do not have love in your heart, believe me, everything you see, it is hatred that will be in your heart, and you will be retarded. You will be retarded in the growth of everything. If you have love and there is no peace, that love will be useless. And that is why Allah says, among the essence of it is that you will live with them in peace and also in harmony. If this thing, the word litaskuno ileha here means there should be symbiosis relationship, that you will do and I will do. You will get and you will get, and you will take and you will take. You will release and you will release. The meaning is that you cannot get everything, and at the same time you cannot lose everything. And that is why it is called the harmony. We should learn this harmony from the way we perform our ablution. But how we have not reflected on what is ablution in our life. If you notice, you start from the middle, which is your hand, and you go up you go down, you go up, you go down. Perhaps you don't understand what I mean. When you wash your hand, you wash your face, you come back to the hand, you also move up again to wash your head, then you also move up, you move down, then you end up by coming down to your leg. It means life is about zigzagism. You'll be up at a time, you will be down at a particular time. When you are up there, your other partner will be down, perhaps. And when you are down, your other partner will be up. And another area is for us to reproduce. In Islam, marriage makes our ibadah a better one. Perhaps many of us do not know. The only place where congregational prayer is better than you, your wife, and your children is Haram in Mecca, or the one in Medina, and the third one in Kudus. After those three, the next better place when you want to do, especially tahajjud in the night, is between you, your wife, and your children. There is no any other better place where you can stand up to pray. Then it means you are lucky if you are married. Perhaps ordinary 2 rakah in the night, all of you, has more reward than what you can imagine. And also, it also helps us because in Islam, sexual perversion is discouraged. It's not allowed. But when you have a legal one, then when you also do that, you have reward from Almighty Allah. Also, when you get married in Islam, it increases your sustenance. The Prophet ﷺ said, give spouses to your single ones because Allah makes their morality better. It also improves under the shadow of marriage, and Allah expands their sustenance and increase their generosity. We can also see that when you get married because of Allah, there is what we call marital bliss. Definitely you will get it. And based on this, and for harmonious and peaceful coexistence between two strange individuals and their gift also, that is their children, in case and whenever they come, Allah prescribes role for the 3 groups, that is the father, the mother, the children. Allah prescribes role, responsibilities, duties, and rights on each group of the family based on their capacity, based on their circumstance, and based on their peculiarity. Quran put it this way, in a very precise manner, in Surah 4, Ayah 34, that Ar-Rijalu Qawwamuna 'ala an-Nisa bima faddala Allahu ba'dakum 'ala ba'di wa bima anfaqu min amwalihim wa salihat qanitat hafizatu lil-ghaibi ma hafiza Allah. Allah says, men, they are in charge of women by right of what Allah has given one over the other and what they spend for maintenance from their wealth. So righteous women are obedient, guarding what Allah will have asked them to guide. It means in Islam, the role that Almighty Allah prescribed for men, they are based on 2 reasons. One, the one I call goodwill. It is only a man that will go out because he wants his family to be peaceful, he wants his family to enjoy, and he wants his family to be happy. If you see accident today, if they say 10 people died in an accident, be rest assured that 6 to 7 of those people in that accident, they are men. If there is war today, if 10 people died in a particular war, be rest assured that between 8 and 9 of those people that died in a war, they are men, because they are trying to defend their family. May Allah continue to help us. I do not know whether you've had a lot of plane crashes. Did you take the statistics between men and the women? The men is about 60 to 80%, while the female, they're about 20%. The implication of this is simple. Men are always running out here and there because they want to take care of their family. That is why Allah has given them that opportunity to be the leader. It is not because they are better. It is not because they are stronger. In fact, the mistake most of us wish to make is that we used to think that men are stronger. Perhaps a mistake. Even from the teachings of the glorious Quran, when Allah is comparing shaitan and women, he said even the strength of women is very strong, while the strength of shaitan kana da'ifa. That is the Almighty Allah put it. If Allah himself confirmed that women are stronger, why do you deceive yourself thinking that men, they are the stronger one? And also, based on this, Allah gives female, the wives, their own duty too. Like in the legal system, there is the one that Allah described as exclusive. There is one that He described as concurrent. And there is the third one that Almighty Allah described as residual rights. The first exclusive one is the one that a woman, the role and rights that a woman has to do before Almighty Allah. And what are those ones? Your normal ibadat, the salat, the siyam, the hajj, and your zakat. They are exclusive to Almighty Allah. Allah will not share in it. And there is one that you will share between Almighty Allah and your husband. That is what Allah has put in you. You have to protect it. When you protect it, it is the rights between Almighty Allah and your husband. And there is the residual that does not concern Allah. It is just between you and your husband. Sincere obedience to your husband. Sincere obedience and sincere obedience. That we can re-explain. And also, for the children, Allah guide us that children must be taken care of. Don't forget, I said the concept of this role and right is based also not just on circumstance, but also on peculiarity. When children are young, women has more role, men has a role, and when the parents are old, children, they have more role, they have more responsibility upon their parents. Now we have a challenge. Our homes are not what they're supposed to be. Our homes, they are now turning to hell, because it is not easy for us to stay in our homes again. Our homes are turning to slaughter slab, where men are killed, women are being killed by their spouses. Our homes, they are turning to boxing ring that you see husband and wife fighting themselves some of the time and most of the time. And also, our homes, they are turning to a courtroom where nobody wants to accept that I am wrong, where nobody wants to say sorry, where nobody wants to calm down. Is it the one or the way Almighty Allah has asked us to do it? Let us ask ourselves, why are these? Let us ask ourselves, how did we get to this level? We should also not to forget, when did we get to this level? There are so many factors that led to all this. Why the homes, they have turned to hell. Why the homes, they have turned to slaughter slab. Why most homes, they have turned to a courtroom. First and foremost, it is the aim and reasons for marriage. Many of us don't even know why Allah has asked us to get married. Many people are getting married because their parents want them to get married. Many people are getting married because their parents want to show how rich they are. They want to compete that when my friend did his own, I want my own to be better. It is just so many golds that my friend only bought. I will not only buy gold, I will also look for other jewelries that are strange. I will do my own children. They are going to do their wedding inside a plane. While another one will say, no, my own, they will do their own in the ship. We'll be competing about just for a day. Every marriage today, if you notice, we always prepare for only the wedding day. Nobody prepare for marital life. And that is where we have the problem today. If you see husband and wife that they are getting ready, getting prepared, the only preparation they have, it is just the marriage day, the wedding day. They never prepare for marital life. Hence, their first night, you will see problem will begin to erupt. And because we want to marry, because we want to show off, we want our people to know how rich we are. And something will surprise you about our brothers and sisters. When their children get married, they can display anything. But when it's come for them to come and help in the mosque, they say God does not like show off. They will now be hiding. But when they want to do the marriage, wallahi, God is blind to show off when it comes to that one. And we should understand this unnecessary competition among ourselves. Allah has warned us in the Holy Quran that ilamu innamal hayatu dunya lahibun wa lahwun wa zinatun wa tafakkurun bainakum wa takathurun fil amwal wal awlad kamathali gaisi ajaba al kufar nabatuhum thumma yahiju fatarahu musfara thumma yakunu khutaman wa fil akhirati adhabun shadid wa maghfiratun min Allah wa ridwan wa mal hayatu dunya illa mata'ul ghurur. Allah tells us, you better know the life which you live. It is just for amusement. It is just meant for play, and it is just meant for only adornment and unnecessary competition among yourself, that you want to show my money is more, my children's are more powerful. Allah say all these things that the fools they engage in, he say is like those who see a very good flower in the morning, and that same flower, I do not know, many of us have not seen flower. I don't know how the number of us that has traveled between Zaria and Katsina during a time when you used to see beautiful flowers left and right. When you are going, you will love to be on that road. Just wait for like 3 weeks or 4 months or a month. When you are coming back, you will see the same flower that is beautiful, they have turned brown. That same thing, Allah said the life of people are like that. And that same brown, when you touch it, it will be like dust. Allah said when they get to that, Allah tells us, those who engage in only things like that, Allah says, وَفِي الْآخِرَ عَذَابٌ شَدِيدٌ, that definitely strong punishment awaits them. But those who seek for forgiveness, those who turn back, Allah, they should not worry that blessings and forgiveness await them. That you should understand. وَمَا الْحَيَاةُ الدُّنْيَا إِلَّا مَتَاعُ الْغُرُورِ. Also, another reason why we have found ourselves in this one is because of our ways of the wedding anniversary and divorce approaches. We have turned our wedding anniversary, we are removing Almighty Allah from it. You will see wedding anniversary for 5 days, wedding anniversary for 4 days, wedding anniversary even for 1 day, that millions of naira has gone into it. Even the way we do our weddings, you won't see the wife, you won't see the husband. It calls for us to sit down and reapproach. And our own system of divorce, because somebody can just stand up and say, I divorce you, and I divorce you. And that night, that woman will not sleep. This is haram in Islam. It is not our way. The so-called popular Seki Uku, it is another way that is contributing to this kind of thing. And another reason why we are here is the one we call bad parental models. Most parents, they are bad models to their children. The children, if you don't know, the only school they trust is you. I mean the wife, the mother and the father. You are the only one that will register in their mind. You are the only one that they would like to mirror all the time. A parent that is arrogant, that's power drunk, he insults people, he abuses people, he beats people, he imprisons people without any form of thinking of Allah. What you are saying is that your children can continue your way, and at the end of the day, the home will not be a good one. And also, quarrelsome wife, quarrelsome parents, they are also in problem, because the way you quarrel, you are telling your children to follow you, to follow your way. And most of us, we do not understand the essence of life. We do not understand why we have come to this world. We only think it's about eating and eating and eating. And most of the time, social media and films has turned the brain of our children, because we too we are part of it. Neither do we do not even follow what our children, we don't know their friends, we don't know what they like, we don't know what they don't like. At the end of the day, we get a confused world. And from where we also get to a confused Western style of life. You do not know A will depend on B, B depend on C. We, the Africans, we only take B or C from the life pattern of the Western world. At the end of the day, we get a confused world. We don't even understand the meaning of expanded family and nuclear family again. Perhaps if we study Islam very well, we will understand. And also, excessive love for material and materialism is one thing that is also killing our homes. And above all, recently, is the issue of the drugs. If we are not careful, this drug will destroy all our homes. Perhaps you do not know. You think it is only the rich that they are involved in the drug. Every segment, they all have their own type of drug. Those who are poor, they are involved in just ordinary codeine, in just ordinary small ones. They can even open the tank of their machine to be able to inhale the strength of the petrol. And when they get hard. Those who are rich, they were involved in other hard drugs. At the end of the day, the entire family structure is being destroyed. We even learned recently that some women will keep drugs in the kitchen. Then when they tell you they are cooking, they are actually engaging in drugs. We have to watch it, and we have to guide our children in what they watch and how they watch, whom they socialize with. You have to learn how to be on Facebook with your children. You have to learn how to be on Instagram with your children. You can use fake names. You can use fake address for you to be able to monitor them. If you think you don't have time, perhaps when you will cry, you will be lonely. We should ask ourselves, are we going to continue? Like, we cannot also continue like this. The government should also play their own role. They should play their own duty. There should be more laws that will stop this drug issue. And also the law enforcement, they should not play with it. And also the parents, they should watch their children, watch what they wear, watch how they wear it, and watch what they do and watch the way they do it. When you see your children that is always in tom-tom every day, is on heavy perfume, if your child becomes suddenly and it becomes gentle, the way he dress, you watch it, something is going somewhere. In conclusion, as Muslim, family is the most essential and critical unit of a community. If it is destroyed, the future is very bleak. We should understand the concept of fauna and flora. That is relationship between this and between that. The Holy Prophet Muhammad was reported to have said that Ar-Rahim mu'allaqatun bil arsh takul man wasalla wasallahullah wa man qata'ani qata'ullah. That the Prophet was reported to have said that family life is attached into the arsh of Almighty Allah. That he who caught it, he has caught a relationship from the sitting of Allah, and he who join it has joined the sitting of Almighty Allah. Inna Allah ya'muru bil adli wal ihsan wa ita'i dhil qurba wa yanha 'anil fahsha'i wal munkari wal baghi ya'idukum la'allakum tadhakkarun. Allah command justice, the doing of good and liberal to king and king. He forbid all shameful deeds, injustice and rebellion. He instruct you that you may receive admonition. Rabbana alayka tawakkalna wa alayka anabna wa alayka al-masir. Rabbana hab lana min azwajina wa dhurriyyatina qurratan a'yun waj'alna lil muttaqina imama. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun. Wassalamu alal mursalin walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.